Hey y'all, Dekumon here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. Last time, we now know what Fandaniel wants. And it's as crazy as we could have feared. Recreating the final days. Utter insanity! What the heck is this guy thinking? I mean, sure, he's claiming he just wants to die and go out in a blaze of glory, but seriously? There's probably something else to this. I can't imagine that's the whole thing. I mean, is he really that crazy? And as for Xenos, well, you know, seriously, dude, just send flowers and a box of chocolates next time. It'd be a lot easier. We also got to resolve the little squabbles between the kobolds and the Lamentsons. That was fun. Speaking of fun, it's time to head back to the Sorrow of WERLYT and quest line, and this is gonna be crazy, as we're up against the Blood of Emerald. It is good to see you again, Dekumon. I'm pleased to report that Master Garland and the others uncovered a fair bit of useful information at the Imperial facility in Turncliffe. In fact, he'd like you to rendezvous with Gaius in the town square, where he'll reveal what they found. Once you're ready to depart, your escort will lead the way. Well, I'm ready right now. Just tell me where to go, and who am I getting escorted by? Back here again. Oh, bonus, there's actually 2 quests for this patch, so this one should be a proper length episode, or just a little longer than the last couple have been. Now that you're here, perhaps Sid will finally deign to dispense his findings. Probably. Severa, inform him of Dekumon's arrival. You know, I still wish some of these side quest lines were properly voiced. Thanks for coming. Also, yeah, we are getting dangerously close to a nod total I didn't think was physically possible. Sheesh, 600? I'm losing my mind here. So, what have you discovered? To tell the truth, we were lucky to obtain any information at all, considering the lengths to which the Imperials went in covering their tracks. You see, the hangar below was not just used to store the weapons, but played a critical role in their creation. We now know the code names given to 3 of the weapons: Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. I mean, I could have guessed that with the first 2 being what they were. Obviously, we are all familiar with the first 2, but the third is something of an unknown quantity. At the very least, this confirms the existence of another of these abominations. At the very least? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go after it, come on! Chop chop, baby! I want to take this thing down. The problem lies in us sustaining its whereabouts. None of the locals have seen anything resembling a weapon being transported either by land or air. Which of course leaves only one option: the sea. According to what fragmented data we were able to recover, the Emerald weapon is equipped with aquatic capabilities much like the Sapphire. Of course it was. Meaning that its escape from Turncliffe would have gone undetected, and could potentially be anywhere by now. But if Alphonse plans to have it absorb more primals... the logical choice would be Eorzea. Yeah, we do tend to have a lot of those. And by traveling by sea would allow him to circumvent the front line at Gimlet entirely. The Alliance must be alerted at once. Now hold your chocobo, Severa. It seems that the Emerald weapon was still incomplete when the 7th Legion withdrew from Turncliffe. It's far more likely that it's transported to another facility in order to add the finishing touches. If your supposition is correct, that would narrow our search to but 2 possible locations: Castrum Marinum in the Rotan of Sea, and Castrum Occupants in eastern Lenosia. Both of which are known to harbor remnants of the 14th Legion, your former subordinates, Gaius. Your point. Be that as it may, our objective is unchanged. Vaudelin, you and Severa will make your way to Castrum Occupants, while Dekumon and I head for Castrum Marinum. Should we locate the Emerald weapon, we will give the signal to dispatch the G-Warrior and eliminate it before it can be activated. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but we're still repairing the damage it sustained during the encounter with the Sapphire weapon. While Allegan machinery has its uses, it's a bugger to find replacement parts in a pinch. Yeah, I can imagine. They haven't been manufactured in a few millennia. And we've actually been working to expand its already impressive arsenal, but the G-Warrior itself is in no fit state for combat. A shame. The thing was so much fun to fly. While I'm aware this is far from adequate replacement, I can provide an Ironworks submersible to help Dekumon and Gaius reach Castrum Marinum. I'll have one sent ahead to Vesper Bay. I'll take what I can get.
A submersible, eh? I don't much like the sound of that. Perhaps Sever and I should count ourselves fortunate that our destination can be approached by land. I pray you have a safe journey. Watch yourself out there, Dekumon, and don't trust the Black Wolf.
What? I thought he was supposed to be a good guy by this point.
It is time we departed. Let us make our way to Vesper Bay.
Oh boy. Wow. It literally just dropped me off right here. That is very handy, but I don't see any damn submersible around here, huh? Where's my submersible, buddy?
As per Master Gowland's instructions, the submersible is ready when you are. But before you depart, I received some scraps of intelligence regarding your opponent from my colleagues in Turncliffe. Apparently, it uses some sort of levitating hand-like appendages, 6 of them in fact, though we're not quite sure what purpose they serve. It sounds like having eyes in the back of your head might come in handy, or at least an orbiting camera, but that's all we know, I'm afraid. You have our thanks. After all, forewarned he is far-armed. If the emerald weapon has indeed been transported to this Castrum, it would need to enter via the dry dock. We shall do likewise. As one might expect, there are measures in place to keep out intruders, but the security system can be tricked into recognizing us as an Imperial vessel. That said, infiltrating the facility is merely the first step. Should the emerald weapon be activated, it is only a matter of time before the pilot uses Oversoul. Yep. We must silence the war machina before this happens, and failing that, grant the poor soul at its helm the mercy of a swift death. Had these wounds healed more quickly, I could have gone with you, but I fear I would only slow you down. As such, I shall provide what support I can from afar. Whatever happens, the emerald weapon must be defeated at all costs.
Castrum Marinum, now accessible, which obviously means we're going to be the ones lucky enough to find the damned emerald weapon. And of course, I have to use the duty finder because obviously can't use the trust system for this one. The liberation of Turncliffe has led to the discovery of vital information regarding the weapon project. A war machina codenamed Emerald is believed to have escaped by sea to an Imperial installation. So you and Gaius make your way to Castrum Marinum, one of 2 likely locations. Retrieved data suggests that your foe is armed with floating manipulators, though how exactly these will be employed in battle remains to be seen. Item level needed for this is 485. We are starting to catch back up here. DPS queues are fun, aren't they? Anyway, welcome to Castrum Marinum, I'm guessing this is an underwater base.
This is it. The emerald weapon.
It's fugly. And again, all the weapons have been pretty fugly.
I've been expecting you, hero of Eorzea.
Uh-oh.
Look, father, this is the power that we command.
The power of a butt-ugly weapon. The Mark V anti-icon war machina. Emerald weapon. Isn't this the one you fight underwater in 7? Rather fitting that it's at an underwater base. Oh, this should be good. Oh, we just went right into this, didn't we? Well, and I rabbited. Of course I rabbited. I need to be able to, thank you, target the fucking emerald weapon, Jesus. Oh, cute, we're doing rotating AoEs. Oh, and we're doing, oh, this is a thing. Dude, there's a whole fucking thing here. That was honestly pretty cool. That was probably one of the cooler attacks we've seen in a while. It's pretty obvious how to dodge. Why? Those are clearly aquatic. Oh, I see what's happening. Polarity. They're gonna bounce out, aren't they? Yep. That's adorable. That's legit adorable. Guy has magnet mines. I did not even see him doing anything with that. That could have ended badly. And that ended very badly. I missed that completely. Well, that was embarrassing. Oh yeah, I'll take a res in the middle of this mechanic of absolute death. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Thank you. Can I please target the boss? Thank you. Oh, we're losing floor. He is legit making us lose floor. That was a fun big burst window there. Divide and Imperia? Should I be somewhere else? Oh. Oh, his hands are out. Here come those magnet mines again. Those are gonna bounce out again like that. There we go. Oh, jeez. Making me work for it, that's for sure. Oh god, again. Wait, what? Okay, everybody's standing over here. I think it's safer over here. Oh. Oh, that's cute. Oh, God. Huh. This is going... Oh, God damn it. I fell to the knockback again. I can't see where he's knocking back from. That was stupid. Fell to the same mechanic twice. I still didn't see what it was that hit me. Why is he not dying? Oh no. He's about to oversoul, isn't he? Yep, here we go. Van Belsar? Oh no. You crazy son of a bitch. It's Gaius' own combat data? Oh. Ooh. Oh. Okay, first off, I'm loving the music now. Giving me some smooth rock here. Oh, jeez. All right, well, the arena looks very different. Our limit gauge just reset, of course it did. Excuse me while I rebuild. Hi. Oh, these are meant for us. I'm gonna move this over here, thanks. Damn, that kicked me hard. Let's move this over here so it's not hitting everybody. Okay, now the music's getting a little creepy sounding. Oh dear. I moved in just a hair too early. way too much in this fight. And again, it has been, oh, hi. Hello, Black's Wolf's image. Oh shit. I'm gonna die. How hard do we have to beat this thing? Alright, screw this. Well, that was convenient. Woohoo! That's definitely the room wide. I think we've actually got this guy. HP is almost out. Oh god. Oh. Well, apart from a few really stupid deaths, that actually didn't go too terribly. But damn, using Gaius' own data. Let me guess, they're gonna use Xenos for the diamond weapon. Well, that was fun. And hey look, there's where we were doing our fighting. And so it ends. Why would Rex throw his life away for this? I don't know, man. You're right. If I'm ever to learn the truth, I must concentrate on the task at hand. Of course, we do not need to wait for Sid's analysis to tell us whose combat data was used on this occasion. They frickin' announced it to me. It galls me to think that my techniques and strategies could be so closely replicated. Nevertheless, the observations I made during the battle may yet prove useful. As a matter of fact, this was not the only information I was able to gather. It intercepted a signal that revealed the troops stationed here were permitted to withdraw, seemingly in return for assisting the 7th Legion. They must have known that the Alliance would follow the Emerald Weapon here sooner or later, and made good their escape. Meaning, the way is now clear for Sid to expect this war machina's remains. We got here as soon as we could. And not that we could have done anything to prevent this tragedy. Damn fools did it again. From what we know, it seems that the Emerald Weapon was an ilm for ilm a great deal more powerful than the previous two. If this is allowed to continue, who knows what sort of monstrosity the 7th Legion will conceive next. Nevertheless, Dekumon has once again proven himself capable of overcoming the worst the Empire has at its disposal. You may be relieved to hear that Castrum Occupants was free of anything resembling a weapon. Unfortunately, it was also devoid of any useful leads, and we came away empty-handed. No big surprise there. In all honesty, part of me wishes we had never found the Emerald Weapon. Perhaps then, Rex would not have been forced to make the ultimate sacrifice. I only hope that he is finally at peace. We're running out of kids, man. We'll do what we can to spare others from sharing his fate. I and the Ironworks will search this place from top to bottom for clues as to the 7th Legion's plans. Before that, allow me to sweep the area for booby traps and the like. I'd not put it past the Imperials to have left a few surprises for us. Probably a good idea. Agreed. I'll go with you. With that in mind, I'll begin my examination of the Emerald Weapon. Carefully, that is. Yes, indeed. Be careful. Don't need this thing suddenly waking up on us. I hope it can't. I don't think it can. Uh-oh. Time to echo out again. Time for another tragic flashback.
Alphonse, You knew all this time, didn't you? And Sandra and Rykon too. Everyone except me. And you, Rex?
Yes, that's what the synthetic orocyte system is. The fusion between pilot and core is the key to Oversoul. And unless we use it, we don't have a chance of beating Father's newfound friends. They stand between us and the primals, without which the weapons will never reach their full potential. We thought that if you knew the truth about Oversoul, you'd try to stop us.
You're damn right I would! Of course I would! But what I don't understand is why all of you are so willing to give your life for the weapon project! What is it all for?
It all began the day Father left. Without his guidance, his protection, the Garleans lost any respect they once had for us.
Wait, they had respect for us?
But their cruelty pales in comparison to Valen's. To him, conscripts like us are expendable commodities, an endless supply of test subjects for his twisted experiments. But don't matter what they do to us, we will never lose hope. If it is the duty of the strong to lead the weak, we will become strong and protect those who cannot protect themselves. The weapon project will give us the strength we need. We will recreate a world where people like us can live without fear of persecution. We want you to see this new world for yourself, Ali, even if we must give our lives to make it a reality.
But why me?
Well, you're the only girl left, so...
The years spent serving the Empire have changed us all, except you, Ali. Even after everything you've seen, you're still the caring, innocent girl we grew up with. More than any of us, you deserve a chance at happiness. That's what we all agreed. Ali, listen to me. Right now, the soldiers assigned to watch over us have been called away to the capital. Now is our chance to get you out of here.
Then why don't you come with me?
If Alphonse and I were to run away now, they'd only force others to take our place. We can't let that happen. This is our way of upholding the ideals Father instilled in us. Our lives are a small price to pay for WERLYT's freedom. Dagnabbit.
No! How can you expect me to leave you behind? I won't do it!
Are you about to hit her?
We will forever be at your side, Ali. Rex, take her to the holding cells.
What? No! Let me go!
Aww.
So, win or lose, the plan is to hand over the Castrum to Father, is that right? Yes. They'll take Ali into their custody before the Guardians return, while you will be free to pilot the Emerald weapon without her interfering. We can't let her hinder the completion of the weapon project. Yeah, I'm counting on you, Alphonse. Don't let our sacrifices be in vain. Rex, have you forgotten what I told you? You mustn't use Oversoul. I can't lose you too. And we both know I can't win without it. Besides, we need the combat data of the Emerald weapon fighting at its peak if it have any chance of perfecting the synthetic orocyte system. You know I'm not the sort to do things by halves. Forgive me, Rex. Now don't you worry about me. If this is where I meet my end, I'll do it with a smile on my face. The rest is up to you, Alphonse.
This sucks. Every time we fight one of these weapons, we lose another one of these characters. I feel so bad for them. They don't deserve what's going on. Oh, did you guys find Allie?
Yep.
This is the girl you spoke of, yes? She was locked in a cell, but I saw no harm in letting her out. I can't say for certain, but it seems she's been through quite an ordeal.
I mean, she's basically losing her family one by one. So yeah, definitely an ordeal.
No! No! Why, Rex? Why?
Gaius, once we've extracted the core, we'll take it back to Turncliffe for analysis.
And burial, I hope.
Perhaps she should come with us. There's no use in her staying here.
Poor Allie. She's running out of family. Man, this quest is kind of a downer, to be honest.
Severo's taking care of Allie, but it may be some time until her nerves have settled. If the vision you witnessed is indeed true, Alphonse and Rex locked her away for her own safety. When she's ready, I would know more of what her brother hopes to achieve, and why he must resort to such desperate measures.
Allie's condition has improved somewhat, but she remains in a state of shock. We must give her more time to recover. There was one other thing I thought that you should know. When we checked her for injuries, we saw that her back is covered in welts and bruises.
Valence, I'm guessing.
Who did this to her?
It seems she was subjected to beatings on a regular basis. Judging by the varied stages of bruising, I dare say this was the work of her Garlean masters.
You speak as though you have seen this before.
Seen? I have lived through it myself. I was born in WERLYT, 23 summers past. My mother was a local woman, but my father was a pure-blooded Garlean and a member of the occupying forces. Though I know very little about him, his rank afforded me imperial citizenship. His acknowledgement of our familial ties was the extent of the responsibility he took for bringing me into this world. Still, it is more than can be said for most of his ilk. My mother and I were shunned by the people of WERLYT, who treated us as badly as the Garleans did, if not worse. I thought that if I was to become an imperial soldier, my position might somehow deter those who would cast scorn on my mother, if only out of fear, and so I joined the army. The acceptance I earned was but temporary, however, and my superiors would kick the blame any perceived shortcomings on my savage lineage. Rather than waste time on official court-martials, they administered their own form of corporal punishment.
Jesus Christ, these Garleans are assholes, even more so than we thought originally.
I was eventually assigned to the 12th Legion and fought under Xenosi Galvus and Alamigo. In the chaos that followed our defeat, I seized the opportunity to flee to WERLYT. While it was never much of a home, it was all I had, but nothing could prepare me for what awaited. My mother had for many years suffered from poor health and relied on medicine to keep her alive. In my absence, the Garleans had denied her treatment, claiming that it would be wasted on savages. By the time I could return to her side, there was naught I could do. There was nothing left for me in WERLYT. I would be punished for desertion if the Imperials discovered the reason for my return, and I was never accepted by my so-called countrymen to begin with.
Damn.
I ran as far as my legs could carry me. It was then that I met Gaius.
So that is the truth of it. Other than a few scant details, I knew naught of your past. It sickens me to think that I once fought under the same banner as such vile creatures. I had always believed it to be the duty of the strong to lead the weak. Yet there are those who become drunk on the power afforded by their station and prey on the ones they should protect. Like a canker, this corruption has spread to every part of the Empire.
Even those with Garlean blood, such as myself, are subject to their cruelty. They hold particular contempt for the Aura, an easy target for abuse being so few in number. Perhaps like me, she thought that she would be spared such treatment once she joined the army. Alas. I only hope that with time, Ali can put the past behind her and make a new life for herself. But for now, all we can do is wait for her delirium to subside. It is Vordalin's turn to keep watch. Let us ask him if there has been any change.
Hopefully. I can't expect one, but I can hope. I suppose you're here to ask about Ali.
Yes?
Is she well enough to speak with us?
As her condition has improved somewhat, I would say so, provided you do not cause her any undue distress. Wait here.
This is going to be an awkward reunion.
Ali, I'm sorry. What happened to Rex? It was my fault. Melisandre and Rykon too. They died because of me and my foolish ambitions.
Father, no!
This cannot go on. Please, Ali. You must tell me all you know.
Of course.
First, I need to know what became of you and your siblings after we were parted.
So much has happened. It seems like a lifetime ago. After your disappearance, we were all assigned to the newly reformed 7th Legion. At first, each legatus was quickly replaced by the next, until eventually, a man named Valens van Varo was given command. He was sent from the capital, but before that, he was a specialist in experimental magitech weaponry. We later discovered that he was ordered by Emperor Varus to complete a project involving anti-primal war machina, the weapons. But after the Emperor's death, he was free to employ whatever methods he saw fit, and his greed for power only grew.
Because of course it did.
Some say he's planning to use the power of the weapons to lay claim to the throne. But I think there's another reason for his obsession with the weapons project. Not that he'd ever tell anyone, but he's always muttering to himself, and I've been able to put the pieces together. He's jealous of you, Father.
Is that... No, that's Sapphire. Sapphire was massive.
Valens van Varo. I must admit, it was only recently that I first heard this name.
Valens used his knowledge of magitech to devise various military strategies. He was given a position in the army and quickly rose through the ranks. That was until one man stood in his way. You, Father. He was one of the candidates to lead the new 14th Legion, but that role fell to you. After that, he was assigned to serve under a far more gifted engineer, Nero, who is in charge of restoring the Ultima weapon.
Oh. Man, we even getting Nero involved now?
Valens has resented you ever since, going so far as to oppose the ideals you upheld. But you treated those who serve the Empire based on merit rather than their race or origin. Valens is adamant that pure-blooded Guardians are superior to all others.
Great! Frickin' supremacist on top of everything.
It never ceases to amaze me how far some will go in the name of revenge. All that hatred festering away, nothing good could ever come of it.
Violet's like, shit.
So the marks on your body are his handiwork?
The silence speaks volumes.
Yes, to Valens and his men, we are no more than fodder for his experiments, playthings on which they can vent their frustrations. Every day is filled with nothing but pain.
If I had remained in Garlemald, you would never have been forced to endure this abuse.
It's not your fault, Father. We could have fled from Valens if we wanted to. After all, we are expendable and easily replaced. The truth is, that's exactly why we couldn't run.
Because if you ran, suddenly the younger generation is subject to all the horrors that you guys are going through right now. I remember seeing those kids.
In saving ourselves, we would be condemning others. But if we were to stay, to see the weapon project to completion, we would gain the power to defeat Valens, and then the Empire itself, freeing the world from its tyranny.
Damn, it's actually pretty well thought out.
That way, we might start afresh and find a place we can all call home. And not just for us, but for anyone who wishes to live in peace.
You would give your lives for a future you may not live to see. Mm-hmm.
We took courage from your teachings, Father. The strong must lead the weak, and we would gain that strength by whatever means necessary. We will fight for the sake of those who cannot. But we knew that you would never consent to our participation in the weapon project, which is why we couldn't turn to you for help.
Aww. Oh, this is kind of sad.
As the pilots, we're the only ones who are able to stop Valence. We know just how powerful the weapons are. He would use them to bring the world to its knees. And this masterpiece is the worst of them all.
Yeah, we're still one weapon left.
If only I could get my hands on it. Then I could save Alphonse and all of WERLYT. Father, I know you and Alphonse stand on opposing sides of this conflict, but there must be some way you can help him. He may have called you our enemy before, but he never meant it. He still loves you, Father. You're everything he aspires to be.
I failed him. I failed you all. But I refuse to abandon him to his fate. I will free him from Valence if it is the last thing I do.
Thank you. He needs you. Now more than ever.
Listen, Ali. I once sought the strength to rebuild the world as I saw fit. But the ultimate weapon was born not to create, but to destroy. Alphonse must not follow in my footsteps. I know all too well where they lead. I will do all I can to help your brother. Pray tell me where he is.
He's... I'm sorry. I don't know where he could be.
You're lying. In that case, I shall have the Alliance dispatch scouts. Wherever he is, we will find him. As for you, Ali, you must stay here and rest.
Wait, you're the one who fought Rex, Rykon, and Melisandre, aren't you?
Sorry.
We're the ones who threatened your homeland. You only did what you had to do. I've no right to ask this of you, but...
What?
Lend my father your strength. Save Alphonse.
I'll do what you asked.
I know now why they call you hero. Alphonse, I'll do what I must to free you, even if it means going against father's wishes. But I have a good feeling about this new friend.
Aw, we're friends already. Severa, see that she has everything she needs. Our allies must be informed of these troubling events. May I ask you to relay this news to the troops in Girabania? Probably where I'll go and pick up the second quest, too. Your loving father act may fool the others, Gaius, but not me. For every life you've saved, you've ended 1,000 more. Or is this your idea of redemption? Call it what you will. For all my transgressions, I believe I still have a part to play. Was I wrong to spare you that day? Or will you honor your word? It seems the time has come for the Black Wolf to show his true colors.
We've recently received word of your victory over the Emerald Weapon. I expect it was another fine display on your part. Not that any of us were there to see it, of course. For that reason, we'd be grateful if you could give us a blow-by-blow account if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, sure. I died a lot, sorry.
Good grief, it sounds like you had an awful lot to contend with. Rather you than me. I shall add this to the ever-growing stack of reports, should anyone wish to review this information ahead of the next sortie. Now, if I may say so, it looks like your ordeals have taken their toll. We'll let you know if anything requires your attention, but until then, be sure to get some rest.
I can do just that. But I think there's actually a second quest I have to deal with. Meanwhile, in the 7th Legion's correction chamber. Correction chamber? Let me guess, Alphonse is here. Alright.
3 weapons. 3 pitiful displays of ineptitude. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Are you kidding me? You branding him?
To make matters worse, one of my prime candidates, your precious sister no less, has escaped.
You're making the kids brand him? What the fuck? Oh, this guy is flippin' evil.
And who should go crawling to but that swine Gaius, after everything he's done for her. And this is how she repays me. As an older brother, it's your responsibility to instill some discipline in her, and you failed miserably. Well, what are you waiting for? I'm done speaking. You're supposed to brand him now. Well, don't just stand there, boy.
Oh. This guy is fucked up.
Oh, of course. It's your first time, isn't it? Come along, there's no need to be shy. Here, I'll show you exactly how it's done.
God, this guy is creepy and disturbing. Oh my goodness. Ah, if only I could get the luck that this guy is the 4th and final pilot.
You see, something wicked has taken hold of this young man, and it's our job to cleanse his troubled spirit. It may look painful, but it's the only way, I assure you. He'll be ever so grateful, and you want him to get better, don't you?
God damn. I cannot believe you're making kids do this.
There's a good boy. Now let's try again, shall we? Burn out the bad. Burn out the bad. Burn out the bad. Burn out the bad. Why aren't you chanting with me? Come along now, children. Burn out the bad. Burn out the bad. Burn out the bad. Burn out the bad. Oh, burn out the bad. Burn out the bad. Burn out the bad. Burn out the bad.
Oh god, okay, this is turning into straight up cult behavior now. Oh god. Oh, that was the testicles, wasn't it? And the guard's just like, god damn it. Oh, they don't pay me enough for this shit.
Oh, wonderful! Well done! You've all made Father proud, very proud indeed!
God, poor kids. This might legit be the most effed up thing I have seen in Final Fantasy, and yes, I'm including Tesseline's little transformation in that.
As for you, I thought you were a cut above the rest of the savages, but it appears I was mistaken. And since you allowed that wretched sister of yours to escape, it falls to you to act as her replacement. I chose you as the next pilot, and your mission is simple. Kill Gaius van Belsa, whatever it takes. And if you so much as entertained the idea of betraying me again, I'll exterminate every last one of your kind.
Oh god!
Like the vermin they are!
Holy fuck! Dude, that face is terrifying. That face is so freaking creepy.
Having said that, we will be forcibly initiating Oversoul using Xenos' combat data, so whatever schemes you may be hatching will never come to pass. All you need to do is sit back and let the synthetic Orocyte system do the work, with you as its conduit. You should thank me for allowing you to become part of my masterpiece. Your worthless existence will finally have some semblance of meaning.
I think that may have been some of the better voice work I've done in a long time.
But Lord Valence, preparations for the Oversoul trial are complete. We await your orders.
Ah, splendid! There's never a dull moment around here. Now then, boys, who would like to see something special? Come along, everyone. Father has secrets to share with you.
Oh, if I don't get a solo duty punching this guy in the face repeatedly, I'm gonna be so disappointed. They really don't pay me enough for this. I'm not a goddamn janitor. And they locked him in. Oh man. Poor Alphonse.
This is my chance, and it's all thanks to the sacrifices made by my dear siblings. Finally, the weapon will be mine to command. Once it has reached perfection, I will be unstoppable. First Valence, then the Empire itself will fall, and we'll be free at last.
Oh god, I just realized. We're using Xenos' combat data. Please tell me you guys got the kinks worked out where the personality doesn't show up, because oh god, this thing could go haywire then.
Father, keep Ali safe.
Oh.
Melisandre, Rykon, Rex, I'll see this through to the end. I promise. Until then, watch over me.
My god, this cutscene just keeps going. Oh no. Who is that? And why do I already feel terrible for her?
So, is it ready or not?
The trial sequence has been primed, sir.
Then get on with it. Initiating synthetic orosite system. Loading diamond weapon simulation.
What's going on?
You're helping us with a little research is all. Whatever your name is. The time has come for you to contribute to the glory of Garlemald.
This isn't what we agreed to. You said that if I took part in this experiment, you'd let my family go. His family, I assume.
Oh, you have Xenos' data loaded, yes? Activate Oversoul and be quick about it. Understood, Lord Valence.
Galvus combat system ready. Initiating organic core override. Oh shit.
Yeah!
My mind is... No! If this is what it takes to protect you both, I love you. I'm sorry. Holy shit, we never got to see what happened, but they're literally turning into orosite, aren't they? This is gonna be really gruesome when they open that.
Where is my prey? Organic core override complete. Xenos E Galvus data loaded. The subject is instinctively bound to seek out prey right from the onset. Regardless of the combat prowess it may boast, I need an obedient servant, not a ravenous beast. Enough. Shut it down. Deactivating synthetic orocyte system.
Oh, do not open this and show it to the kids. Dear God. Oh. Oh, that's horrible.
Jesus, criminelli. Oh, how revolting! And what a mess it makes of the cockpit. You know we have to clean that. Adjust the settings and prepare for another run. Fortunately, we have the next test subject ready and waiting. Don't we, my dear?
You monster.
But sir, you agreed to release his family in exchange for his cooperation. You really thought I was going to do that, didn't you? My, I never knew you had such a wonderful sense of humor. The great Valens Van Vado, bargaining with savages? More fool him for trusting me in the first place.
Yep. Scum of the earth, this one. Well, that was frickin' disturbing. Sheesh. And yep, there's our other quest for this little section. In memory.
Ah, Dekumon, I was hoping I might have a word with you. Ever since Towncliffe was liberated, we've been sending troops to aid in getting the town back on its feet, helping the residents, that sort of thing. We Alamegans know how hard life can be for a society struggling to stand on its own after years of imperial rule. A lot of what most people would take for granted has to be rebuilt from the ground up. While we're able to assist when it comes to providing basic resources and keeping the place safe, there are countless other problems that need attending to. If you can spare the time, we could use your help. Alright. Oh, bless you, Dekumon, you really are a saint. I'm sure the people of Turncliffe will benefit from having someone like you around. Once you're ready, have a word with your usual escort. I wish you all the best.
Wonder what they're going to be asking. Memory serves, this is a rather short quest.
You're the one who piloted that war machina and defeated the sapphire weapon, aren't you? I thought so. I've heard much about you, but I doubt you know who I am. My name is Avelina, and I grew up here. I stayed throughout the occupation and was put to work as a Magitech engineer. Thanks to you and yours, we're now rid of the Imperials, though I fear many of us will struggle to put the past behind us. For 10 long years, we suffered at their hands. A whole generation of young people were forced into the army and sent off to die in some distant land. I suppose I could be considered one of the lucky few. My work here kept me away from the battlefield, and I hoped that my contributions might help the others live long enough to make their way home. In the end, most of them never returned. Though my efforts were in vain, I can at least honor their memory. I want to leave something behind for their sake, to prove that they haven't been forgotten. A monument bearing their names. To ensure that not a single person is omitted, I'll need to see the official list of conscripts. If one still exists, it would be inside the Imperial facility beneath the town. But with the resistance troops and ironworks engineers closing the place off, I can't get near it. Perhaps you might have a word with them for me? I'll leave as soon as I find the list.
Alright. I'm sure Sid will be more than willing.
Thank you. I'll follow your lead.
Like, seriously, there's no way he'd say no to me wanting this list for this purpose. No way in hell. Now, a random ironworks engineer, maybe.
Something I could help you with, sir?
I need to find a list for her.
I see. It's a bit unusual for one of the locals to show an interest in Imperial's leavings, but it seems she has her reasons. Since we're still carrying out our investigations, we've closed the place off to prevent anyone interfering. But considering it's you who's asking, though, I can hardly say no.
Still, I'd better go with her in case the others kick up a fuss. Good idea.
You're very kind.
I half expected to be the one to do this myself, but alright. I mean, hoping she's not some sort of Imperial spy in disguise. I'm guessing that nod means she found what she was looking for.
I'm sorry for any trouble I've caused. You have my thanks.
Oh, think nothing of it. I was glad to help.
As I suspected, the Imperials kept detailed records of the local conscripts. One name in particular stood out to me. My friend, Melisandre. I had no idea she'd been assigned to the 7th Legion of all places.
Oh no! Oh no! How did you know her? What do you mean, of all places? Yeah. Why would it have to be Melisandre?
It all began while we were serving together in the 14th Legion. We had much in common, both being drafted from the same occupied territory, and we soon became firm friends. Then one day, she was sent to fight in Eorzea, while I remained here. The day before she left, she came to say goodbye, together with the foster siblings from the orphanage. The youngest one, Rykon, was particularly upset about not being allowed to speak with their adopted father, Gaius and Belsar, before they departed. It was actually another of his orphans, Livius Junius, who forbid them from seeing him. I can't say for certain, but it seemed that Livia had a strong attachment to Gaius, and wouldn't let anyone else near him.
That is an understatement. That lady was like yandere levels of in love with Gaius.
As far as I could tell, he tried his best to keep Livia at arm's length whenever possible, but her devotion to him was bordering on obsession, and she became extremely jealous at the slightest sign of affection between him and his other wards. Others, however, treated them far more kindly. In fact, a Prefectus Castrum of the 14th Legion came specifically to meet them.
That's Ratayan, isn't it?
While I was surprised that a Rodigan had risen to such a rank, I was even more taken aback by the unguarded manner in which he spoke with his subordinates. I had hoped that with people like him serving on the Eorzean front, they would be in safe hands.
Yeah, and then I happened.
Then, the time came for Melisandre to leave. We shared a few final words, and then she was gone. It'd be the last I ever saw of her. After that, I was assigned to the Tribunus Levaticus of the 14th, Nero Toscavina, and I worked on restoring the Ultima weapon. I was even at the Praetorium on the day it was destroyed, but I escaped aboard an Imperial ship moments before it came crashing down. I eventually made my way back to WERLYT, only to be drafted into the 7th Legion to continue working on the weapons project. Even now, it makes me sick to my stomach to think I'd helped bring those abominations into the world. Using a living pilot to feed the weapon's core was part of the design from the very beginning. Of course, they'd never dream of subjecting a true-born Guardian to such barbaric treatment. Not when the 7th Legion has a ready supply of provincial conscripts ripe for the taking. The pilots were referred to only by their code names, and we engineers were not made privy to their true identities. Even with this list of conscripts, I still don't know who was sacrificed in the name of the weapon project.
Oh god, we're gonna have to tell her, aren't we? Your skills and knowledge can finally be put to good use. Let's bring an end to the weapon project together. Because this thing is sick. Just like its freaking designer.
But what can I do? For years, all I've known is how to build tools of destruction. The 7th Legion is far from finished. They're biding their time, waiting until the right moment to unleash the final weapon. And when they do, it will bring naught but death and woe to all who stand in their way. Even after everything they've taken from us, they still want more. If it weren't for the Empire, Melisandre would still be here. She was the kindest person I ever met, but to the Empire she was just another pawn in their games. I'll never forget her. There's a way I can make a difference. I know there is.
I could put you on the G-Warrior project with Sid.
But first, I need to speak with members of the Ironworks. I have a feeling that war machina you used to beat the Sapphire weapon will be called into action again. Until then, there's still time to make improvements, and I intend to help.
Called it.
I'll still be going ahead with the plan to build a monument, but stopping the Empire must come first. I hope Melisandre and the others can wait a little longer.
I'm sure they can. You know, if nothing else, the dead are a patient group.
Before I go, allow me to express my gratitude. I don't know what I'd have done with it weren't for you. Until we meet again.
Sid, you got yourself a new recruit, it sounds like. That was kind of wholesome, I'll be honest.
So, how was your time in Turncliffe?
Interesting, to say the least.
I see. Fate has dealt her a cruel hand, but now she has a chance to make a fresh start. The same can be said of the whole of Turncliffe. It seems the liberation of that one small town will become a pivotal moment in WERLYT's history. Perhaps it won't be too long before the rest of the region is free from the Empire. Naturally, we'd be honored to fight alongside the people of WERLYT. We won't rest until the Imperials are seen fleeing with their tails between their legs. Until that day arrives, we'll carry on doing our bit to support you and the others in ending the weapon project. I'll be sure to pass on any pertinent information. In the meantime, take care.
I shall take care indeed. For that is where we shall end today. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a like and favorite, and subscribe to join me for more Heroes and Adventures. And as always, I'll see you in the next video, where we'll be heading back to Eden.